Sample problem on Manning formula for pipe flow. Basahin lang natin yung sample problem. A 1 meter diameter new cast iron pipe is 800 meters long. If the head loss in the flow is 1.2 meters, determine the flow capacity of the pipe using the Manning formula and use N equals 0.013 for new cast iron pipe. So medyo similar lang talaga yung sample problem na to sa previous natin na sample problem on Hazen-Williams. Ang kaibahan lang dito is nag-iba yung coefficient natin, no? So sa Manning equation or Manning formula, ang ginagamit natin is N, or that's the roughness coefficient, no? So sa Hazen-Williams, we have the C, which is medyo malaki yung mga values niya, no? And then we have for Darcy-Weisbach na equation, meron tayong friction factor na F. So ito yung gagamitin natin, no? So ito yung mga given na values, no? We have diameter, length, tapos head loss, which is 1.2 meters, and then we have the N, which is 0.013. By the way, depende din nung value ng N natin, depende dun sa surface kung saan magpo-flow yung liquid natin or water, no? So mas rough yung surface niya, mas malaki yung value ng roughness coefficient, no? So ito yung mga formula natin, velocity, and then yung mga components niya na hydraulic radius, tsaka meron tayong dito, no, S, which is the slope of the energy grade line. So ito yung equation ng velocity, 1 over N, R 2/3 S 1/2. So iba din yung equation niya for English na units, na meron siyang factor dito. So ito yung equation na to is applicable lang para sa SI na units. So again, no, ito yung equation ng velocity, and then ito yung hydraulic radius, yung R, which is raised to the 2/3, tapos S naman raised to the 1/2. So yung S is yung slope ng energy grade line. So natin discuss natin yung hydraulic radius. So hydraulic radius ay ratio lang ng cross-sectional area and yung wetted perimeter. So kung meron tayong circular na pipe, kung i-drawing lang natin, no? Kung meron tayong circular na pipe, so yung wetted perimeter, kapag pipe flow kasi, ang requirement natin para matawag natin siya na pipe flow or flowing closed conduits ay dapat na flowing full, no? So ibig sabihin, lahat ng cross-sectional area natin is filled with water, no, or liquid. So yung pipe diameter, yung pipe cross-sectional area is yung buong area na to, no, na filled with water. So yan yung cross-sectional area, and then yung wetted perimeter is yung perimeter outside, no. So ano yung perimeter na basa? So ito yun, no. So kung circular pipes yung ginagamit natin, ito yung equation natin for cross-sectional area lang nung cross-section, pi over 4d squared, tapos circumference lang yung wetted perimeter, no. So that's pi d, or kung radius naman yung gagamitin, 2 pi r, tapos ito naman is pi r squared, okay? So magka-cancel dito yung pi, tapos yun magka-cancel din yung isang d, yan. So isa na lang yung matira, no? Tapos yan, ito na 1/4 d. Tapos given natin is 1 meter na diameter. So substitute natin yung hydraulic radius for this particular na sample problem is equal to 1/4 meter, okay? So yung slope of energy grade line naman, dito natin siya i-discuss, no? So sa flow, meron tayong dalawang lines na kino-consider para i-represent natin yung energy flowing, no, from point 1 to point 2. So meron tayong energy grade line, and then meron tayong hydraulic grade line. So ang hydraulic grade line, dalawang energy components lang yung kino-consider. We have the energy from elevation and pressure, no. So ito talaga yung HGL. Dito mo makikita yung level ng tubig. So hanggang dito, no. Kung meron kang piezometer dyan, i-insert mo sa pipe. So yung level ng tubig, aangat siya papunta dyan sa level na yan, okay? Tapos yung energy grade line naman, kasali na yung velocity head. So meron tayong tatlong components ng energy for point 1, you have velocity, pressure, and elevation. Sa point 2 naman, meron tayong elevation, pressure, velocity, and of course yung head loss na nawala pag-flow ng liquid natin from point 1 to point 2. Okay? Dahil meron tayong law of conservation of energy, dapat yung E1 equals E2. So dito galing yung energy equation natin, no? So dapat yung components ng energy at point 1 is equivalent lang dun sa components ng energy at point 2. Ang hinahanap natin dito is yung slope ng energy grade line. So therefore yung slope ng line na to, no, yung energy grade line. So slope is just the change in y over the change in x. So therefore yung energy grade line natin, which is yung blue na line, ang change in y niya is actually your head loss, HF, no. So balik lang natin. So ito yung change ng y mo, no. So that's head loss. Tapos yung change in x, of course, ito yung delta x, yung length. Okay? So ito yung nagbago dun sa horizontal na distance. Okay, so yung slope of the energy grade line is just the ratio ng head loss tsaka yung length. So 1.2 meter divided by 800. Actually, same lang siya nung previous natin na sample problem on Hazen-Williams. Pero i-confirm pa rin natin siya ulit dito sa sample problem natin. That's 1.2 divided by 800. So 0.0015 na slope. Wala na yata yung unit dapat to, no? So makakancel na yung unit niya dyan. So wala na yung unit yan kasi slope. Tapos yun, meron na tayong R, meron tayong S, tapos meron ding N. Yun lang yung requirements natin para makuha natin yung velocity. So yun, kunin na natin yung velocity. We have N, tapos ang R is 1/4, tapos ito yung slope. So evaluate natin sa calculator natin. So that's 1 divided by 0.013 times yan, 0.25 raised to the power of 2/3. Tapos meron tayong 0.0015 raised to the power of 0.5 kasi 1/2, no? Tapos yun, yung sagot natin is 1.18 meter per second. So velocity, and then makukuha natin yung Q kasi Q naman yung pinapanap sa atin dito, flow capacity. So Q equals AV, yung area natin, this one, no? So this is pi over 4d squared. Ito yung area, tapos ito yung velocity. Ito, we have pi times 1.18 divided by 4. So that's 0.926, or convert natin, that's, or run off natin, that's 0.93 cubic meter per second. Okay, medyo maliit ng konti yung value ng Manning equation, yung makukuha niyan value, kasi nasa mga 1 point something yung nakuha natin dun sa Hazen-Williams, no? Pareho lang ng diameter, pareho lang ng length, tapos mas maliit na value ng Q yun nakuha natin dito sa Manning's equation. Anyway, so ganun lang, no? Ganun lang yung pag-solve gamit yung Manning formula. So medyo similar lang siya dun sa Hazen-Williams, pero may iba lang siyang parameters, no? Actually, no, meron din siyang R, tapos merong S. Okay, so I think yun na yun para sa sample problem na to, no? And then thank you ulit for watching, and see you sa mga next sample problems natin.